Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the opening night here at Upper St. Clair High School Panther Stadium. And we have a great game for you. Peters Township rivals coming in to face our Upper St. Clair Panthers. I'm Brett Davis, back from the dead after a 5-year hiatus. And I'm here with Almir Berlovic. And Almir, what a game here, opening up this season with these two squads. I mean, just fantastic stuff here for a nice, hot, warm, muggy night.
It's going to be sweaty for sure. It's going to be fight all the way to the end.
Well, this is St. Clair's second game, their first game. Dublin, Ohio, they traveled to. Okay, always tough to kind of go out of state and make those trips.
They got rained out heavily there.
Okay, 3-1 loss, 1-1 tie, and then just gave up 2 or 3 goals, late in the game, and a rain-shortened game by 14 minutes. Peters Township coming into the game at 1-1. A little bit of a debacle their first game, I think a 4-0 loss. I believe the Franklin Regional, giving up 3 goals early on in that game, and then sorting things out. And then I think coming back the second game of the season with a 4-1 victory over Penn Trafford. But
definitely promising competition here today.
Yeah, absolutely. A ball slightly out of bounds here in the first minute of play.
A lot of familiar players on the pitch, both sides.
Yeah, it's funny, and you get this at the high school game. I mean, a lot of these kids have been playing for years and years and years, okay? It's one of the things that I've always enjoyed about it is that, these kids, though they're arch rivals in high school, they play each other against each other on their cup teams, and they play with each other on their cup teams. So, you get to know the kids, you get to know the families, and but you set all that aside here,
right?
For 80 minutes of play here.
And when they grow up, they'll be playing pickup games and messing around with it.
Hey, that's exactly right.
Altogether, it doesn't matter, but for now, it's going to be a fight.
I hope so. I think St. Clair in a little bit of, and you can share a little bit more on this, if it becomes a rebuilding year. I mean, last year, I think finished up 6-4 in the conference, maybe 7-10-1 overall. Okay. What are the hopes for the Panthers this year?
Well, they hope to win every game. Is that what's going to happen? Probably not. A lot of enthusiastic kids, a lot of enthusiastic players, coaches, staff. Great work, good team, good kids.
A lot of losses to graduation, or?
Oh yeah, by all means. They lost good portion of kids. Some kids they ended up just quitting due to other obligation, and I believe we have 7 seniors and goalkeeper, 7 seniors in field and goalkeeper, and
gotcha.
they have tremendous young squad too.
Good.
A bunch of these younger guys that are coming in are very promising for that was interesting tackle up there.
Is that what we call the early message?
Yeah, it's not going to be friendly.
No. Peters coming off of last year, lost in the state semis, finished the conference record 10-0, and overall 19-2-1, but basically graduated an entire high school's worth of a starting team. And talking with some of their parents, it's a rebuilding year, but Dyer and his coaching staff always seems to get the boys playing well towards the end of the season and making decent runs into the playoffs. But St. Clair here with the early pressure in the offensive third. It's a long, deep clear. Tactically, St. Clair 4-3-3 type of situation, or 4-2-3-1, or they rotate back and forth, or what are they?
But it looks like they were playing with 2 strikers, possibly with Ben and Zach up top. But it's a fluctuating lineup.
Flex back and forth.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I think they all adjust to each other.
Now, typically, Peters plays with a kind of a sweeper-stopper combination. We'll see what they wind up playing here, but through the years, they'll play with a deep sweeper that basically cleans up. The outside backs will mark up on flanks or forwards, and the stopper will do exactly that.
So a good chance to
stop
see
anything coming in the middle.
Yeah, a good chance to see the St. Clair team play. Friendly and game in Ohio, and interesting changes. Having Mitch Friday in the middle, mixing it in between Dylan Mira and Colin Sibley, who's actually more defensive role now. And just from watching it, I think this may develop into a little bit better game control.
Gotcha. Well, they look settled in kind of a 4-1-3-2, formation. We'll see how the forwards play, if they're playing off of one another or what they're trying to do. But Peters Township with their first possession here and their offensive third. Murphy picks up an easy ball and looks to start the offense. About 35-45 left here in the first half. Still 0-0 here between the Indians and Peters
Still
Township
testing
and the
each
Upper St.
other.
Clair Panthers. There's a nice ball in by Berlovic with a shot in. Just
That was
wide,
beautiful.
just wide. Berlovic, great job holding the ball up, laying it off on the flank.
I think it was Connor with a nice shot. Went off.
Just wide, just wide, but nice control on the attack. And you get that too. Sometimes you get these players coming from deeper positions, okay? And it's tough defensively to stay with those guys, to know where they are, follow them through. So.
Composure is what matters in midfield. We'll see what's going to happen here.
Heavy touch there, but go back and
Yeah,
collect
that was
it.
Zach Aioli. Just undeniable speed on that kid is just phenomenal.
Nice battle at midfield. Oh, and this ball's through. This could be interesting here. We see what Shoemaker does. With Ryan on the right.
That looked great.
Great shot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's in the back
That
of
was
the
beautiful.
net.
That was beautiful work.
Fantastic. Yeah,
That was
just
beautiful force.
great composure on the ball. Okay, well controlled, multi-player attack, and there was no doubt about it. They're not going to miss from there. Panthers
That was
up
good.
1-0 at 34-15, and hey, that's a good start.
May
That's a good start.
set the tone for the game, but this is far from over. It's just a scratch in the surface.
Absolutely.
What's promising is the way midfield kind of developed it. It was very meaningful attack, and multiple players.
Yeah, it's interesting as I've watched St. Clair play through the years, and we'll see. As you said, it's early in the game. Okay, typically they like to collect the ball through the back four and transition the ball from side to side. Really haven't seen that here so far this evening. But again, not really an
They're
opportunity to do it either. Okay, but to your point, seem to be controlling the midfield a little bit, which obviously led to that first goal. So long ball over top. Murphy's quick.
picks it up.
Yeah, Murphy's quick to pick that up.
Nate grew up as goalkeeper. I watched the kid since he was probably 10 years old. Just phenomenal. A lot of these kids are just
So he's grown into himself, have some confidence as a senior
just
keeper.
great,
That's
great,
good to hear.
Great kids overall. Good soccer players.
Berlovic again at midfield with the ball. Out to Shoemaker. Picks his head up, delivers.
Oh, well, St. Clair is definitely putting pressure up.
Yeah, Peters is having trouble containing the forwards. It seems that we're getting that ball out quick, and if they've got any space, they're having trouble defensively.
Well, watching St. Clair play over the past 3 games, this is probably the best I've seen them. They came to play tonight.
Yeah.
Composed as a team, and so whatever coach did may have worked.
Well, like we said, a lot of these guys know one another, through the years. There's a lot of bragging rights to be owned here. I mean, I'm sure their MySpace accounts will be, going. Oh, wait a second. Am I dating myself? You don't have a MySpace? Oh, MySpace account. Okay. Another easy roller into Murphy that controls well.
There's a lot of talents on both sides. I mean, when you just start looking at these kids, a lot of soccer players.
Peters getting a little bit of build up here through the midfield down the flank.
That's a great defensive role by Mitch Friday. It's one of the younger guys that joined the squad and reinforcing midfield, controlling the
Gotcha.
game. That's the change in the lineup.
Did
I like
a
it.
lot of these kids get varsity experience last year, or do we? Or are there a lot of new faces, or
There are a lot of younger guys from last year.
challenge in the box here?
There are a lot of
Still some carryover from last year?
Yeah, there's definitely carryover some last year. Played for JV, and they have very, very good younger generation coming up.
Gotcha.
Packed with good soccer players. Size may be challenging to some, but as we all know, I mean, Messi is what?
Yeah, 5'7" or so.
Right. So I think when they reach the maturity level next year, I think Coach Schneider has a lot to look forward to.
A lot to work with. Good. Berlovic again with the ball at his feet. He'll hold that up and get his head up.
No, it was great pass to the
Yep,
other
went
side.
across the field. Like to see the backs getting up in the attack here. Okay, Ryan with the ball. Oh, that's a
it's
nice little
beauty
shake
by
and bake move. Nice cross. Hit this.
Oh, St. Clair is definitely putting some pressure up.
Yeah, they're doing well moving the ball up top. I think Peters has settled in maybe a little bit, but nonetheless, I mean, St. Clair looks like the better squad up until this point. It's
Oh, it's
nice
a great
defensive
defensive
move.
move
Yeah,
by
they'll call
Sibley.
that. Yeah, they'll call
That's a
that.
great
Good body.
defensive move.
Yeah, well, good way to use his body on that. You know, it's interesting to see him playing that defensive midfielder, that holding role. His older brother was a fantastic offensive player, technical player. You know, as a flank
Arguably
player,
one of the
okay?
fastest players I've ever seen.
One of the good things, bad things, however you want to look at it, for him was a heck of a lot of talent on those teams back then. But I can remember it at the last of 3 state finals. His older brother Shane just had a field day on the flank. I mean, they couldn't stop him. They just flat out could not stop him, and ultimately St. Clair went on and won that game 4-0, which is their third trip to state finals and their second back-to-back win. Ball's out. We'll see what the ref calls.
That was a corner.
Yeah, calls a corner. That's good.
Yeah, definitely St. Clair boys played a little bit more mature game at this point because you can feel Peters having younger squad on the pitch.
Yeah, we're at about the 28-35 mark here. St. Clair sets up for, I think, the first corner of the night. Ball's bouncing around. It'll come out. We'll control this.
There's Zach
Maybe
Aielli
throw.
with the ball.
We'll turn it over for a goal kick.
Stadium not necessarily packed, but packed enough. As long as we just don't see any brawls out among parents.
Well,
It wouldn't surprise.
that was always one of the things that was interesting, despite the kids, the families, and whatnot knowing one another. Okay, Sibley again, being strong on the ball. It's got to be coming out for a St. Clair kick. Okay, but Sibley's making a name for himself here as a
That's a great
number
long
6.
ball to
Yep.
Berlovic.
I think Ben wins us another corner.
Corner kick St. Clair.
The second quarter of the night for St. Clair. Still 1-0 here with 27 left. So I see all this construction going on here, Almir. I mean, what are they turning this into, like a 20,000, 25,000
We're
seat
gonna be
stadium? The ball's
hosting
in.
A couple international games here.
Is that what that is?
That's probably what it is.
Okay. Well, hopefully that'll offset the millage increases. St. Clair with their third corner kick of the night. Loft the ball to the back post. Ooh, up for a
That's
header
gonna
and
be
just
goal
off.
kick.
I think that was Friday up for the ball off of his hip. Yeah, Peter's really not able to get anything going at this stage of the game. Yeah, a couple
Right,
balls.
we're waiting for that recognizable Peters Township soccer where they kind of keep it on ground and control it. We know it's going to come at some point. I hope it doesn't come tonight.
Throwing for Peters on the far side.
That's Brian with
Yeah.
the ball.
Yeah, nice,
Tremendous
nice
skill.
player. Yeah, nice player.
Tremendous soccer
Sibley
skill.
on the ball here, getting his head up, looking for some options. Just
that's
see if Ben can get to that ball. And that'll be out for Panther throwing on the far side. Yeah, and I think what Snyder's looking for there is, Sibley has the ball. He's looking for options, and looks like he wants Ryan to get up in the attack.
Right, to provide more options.
Yep.
Is that Dylan Mira on the side?
Fighting with the ball here through the box. Should go out for St. Clair throwing. That's what it is.
It looks like that opening tempo died down a little bit.
Yeah, settle
calmed
in.
down somewhat.
Settle in a little bit. Okay, the initial nerves are off, but still, St. Clair looks like the better team here this evening. So do we have a big throw?
Possibly. Dylan Mira may end up throwing
okay.
it fairly long. We'll see. This is strange tactics. It's kind of hope for the
That's going to go out for another corner kick.
corner kick. St. Clair.
Yeah, St. Clair with their fourth corner kick of the night. And that's just a function of the continued pressure. I mean, we're 15 minutes in and they're already on their fourth corner kick.
Oh, that's
Drop the ball
beautiful.
back.
Look
Should
at
be
that.
probably delivered. Take a bit of a shot and just wide.
That was good. That was great
man.
play. Well played. That
It's
was
a nice
awesome.
shot, I think. And Ryan, I think that was Connor sitting on the doorstep and just right by him with a lot of speed.
But there's no way this could have worked with last year's Peters Township squad. that you can make a pass and give it to your teammate with 30 yards of open space.
Well, they are what you call they were better. Just better all the way around. Ryan with the ball. Dispossessed.
So it looks like Coach Snyder ended up changing the
Yeah, I think
forward squad.
all
just to
forwards. Okay. I think
replace him a little bit.
Shoemaker, and then I'm not sure who
Dylan
else.
Mira.
Dylan Mira. Okay.
3 guys that were involved in that score. Got to give him a little bit of a break. But I'll tell you, younger guys that stepped on the field now are young but tremendous players. I watched them in a couple of games and a lot of skill. This is the first corner kick for Peters.
I don't think so. I think he's going to call a goal kick.
Is that a goal kick?
Yeah. It's a goal kick coming out.
I left my
Yeah,
contacts
I was like
car.
you. I thought they were going to call a corner kick, but I just kept my eye on the ref, and he was calling for a goal kick. So Murphy to step up and
Peters
put this
making
ball into
change
play.
here. Matthew Dubes coming in.
Yeah, it looks like Nathan Farmer coming out. But I'm not sure who was in for him. Nice leg by Murphy there. Oh, that's a nice little cheeky touch, but just a little too strong. It'll go out for a goal
Yeah,
kick
it's
for Peters
Alvarado.
Township.
Oh, Abelardo.
So we're still 1-0 here at about the 21-minute mark. 21:30 left in the first half, and St. Clair up 1-0 and clearly in control of the game here. Peter's going to try the long ball here. It's a nice tackle, a little bit of hole, but they're going to play on.
Well, definitely St. Clair boys look a little more decisive here. Possibly more mature. Student section is getting a little rowdy there.
Is that Peters? Is that Peters section?
Yeah, no, I believe that's
Or
up
the-
the St. Clair section.
Okay.
To that lower
Lower right.
right on our side.
Gotcha. So we're going to have a free kick here. We'll see what Peters looks to set up. It's like Anthony Melagrain that's coming up here. One of the bigger Peters
Oh,
bodies.
that's a dangerous ball.
Oh, nice
it's a
hands.
Beautiful save
Yeah,
by
Murphy, nice hands.
He made it look easy. That's not easy when you have full squad running at you to go up there and get that ball. That's the confidence we need in goalkeeper.
And we'll start playing out of the back here. And this is where we may see some rotation. Get a little drop of Connor here. So I was talking earlier, this is kind of the swinging behind the back, if you will. You know, that
That's
they're
a
looking
great,
for. But
great work by
nice
by
in,
St.
in
Clair
nice in
so
and out
far.
work. Yep, nice in and out work.
Zach will take that space. Zach Aioli has tremendous speed. I almost wish if he took it all the way down to the flag. It's hard to stop.
It's the ball over top. We see what we have. I think that might be Lenthal on a run there, and he'll just get that ball out of trouble.
That's a great tackle by Riley Lenthal.
Yeah, I mean, in those situations, you don't want to get too cute. You got somebody bearing down on you like that. You just want to get the ball out of bounds, get collected, and, you know, you give up the throw-in, but still
Reset,
in a better
reinforce,
defensive position. Yep. Long throw in. Cleared by St.
That's
Clair.
a great clearance.
A little bit of flick. Oh, this could be trouble right here. Murphy's got to come out, and it's over his head. Could it be out? And it finds itself in the back of the net, and Peters ties it up at the 19-minute mark, 1-1.
It's an equalizer.
Yeah, really nobody's fault per se. You know, bouncing ball like that, it just happened to pop over
happens.
top, and you know, Nate gets caught in no man's land from the standpoint of, hey, he's got to make a decision.
I think we
Makes
just got
a
out muscle a little
Makes
bit
a
here, and
decision to
that's it.
come out. Yeah, no, it's no issue with the goalkeeper at all. He's in a tough spot there. Just in a tough spot. So
We have R.J. White coming in for Sibley in holding midfield for Upper St. Clair.
yeah, it's unfortunate, and you know how this works at times. I mean, you dominate a game and you find yourself, you know, tied, or you find yourself down by one, and let's see how they respond.
As long as they don't lose the level of play they started with, I think this is going to be,
Melagrain with
yeah, we'll see.
longer ball up top.
If this goal kind of puts him down, getting an odd equalizer could be a mental disadvantage to a team that may have a better game. Hopefully it doesn't settle.
Looks like we could have a potential big throw in here from Peters. Long throw into the box. St. Clair's up. It clears, but not totally out. Another bouncing ball similar to the goal. Got to clear that out.
Well, Peter is back in the game. If
It's got to
we
be
ever won it.
offsides. Yeah, it's way
That is
offsides.
offside.
You know, and you can get a handle now at the 18-minute mark. You know, Peters, not a whole lot of build-up through the back or play through the midfield. They're going to hit that longer ball and get down and muck it up. And, you know, you get a bounce here or there, and, you know, you got kids that can put the ball in the net and it goes in.
I'll try to muscle you out, and it's going to happen because
It's a nice little touch inside.
Oh yeah, yeah. These guys are sophomores up top, and I'll tell you, they are very promising.
Get his head up, look for some options here. That
Oh,
ball's
yeah.
going to be a little too heavy.
Looks like Coach Schneider is putting his seniors back into the squad at the start of the game.
Yeah, it looks like we've got Mira, Shoemaker, and Brelovic about to come in again.
Okay, good tackle by R.J. White.
Another longer ball into Phillips. Yeah, and Peters finding their rhythm a little bit.
Oh, it's a beautiful.
Yeah, nice
run
turn.
by,
Definitely some good wheels.
These are
Put
two young
balls
guys.
down deep.
They
That
look
ball's
pretty
going to
good,
run
but-
out.
Yeah. Field is a little bit short today.
Yes, it is. So Brelovic, Shoemaker, and Mira heading back in.
That was Nick Tanner on right side. Phenomenal touch, great physical ability. Coach Schneider has a lot to look forward to.
Who's that?
Mitch
Friday.
Friday's coming off as well. He had a nice run.
Looks like Friday, Sambarzo, and Tanner coming off for the Panthers. It's a nice step and a nice through ball.
That's back down.
Gonna run a nice drop
Another
in.
one of younger guys.
Staying with it. Left-footed cross, and then it's right in front of the goal. Brelovic kind of hits the ball, looking for a drop
it's
here.
beautiful
Ryan.
ball back. Oh,
And offsides, but yeah, great ball coming from the left side across the goal mouth.
well, it looks like these guys are going to reset now.
So we're 1-1 here, about 15 at the 15:22 mark of the first half. Brelovic again with the ball at his feet, and it looks like he's going to take it in. That should be a corner kick
That's
for
a
the
corner
Panthers.
kick.
Yeah, number 5 of the night. You know, number 5 of the night for the Panthers. Looks like the Panthers have some height, you know, this year. Got
Oh, yeah,
some
but
guys
somehow,
that can
somehow they're not winning. They're not winning the.
not win the
not
headers.
winning the height.
On the
not winning the battles.
yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it may work.
it's a nice ball driven in.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
beautiful attempt. That was Berlovich.
yeah, Brelovic wide open. Just completely lost his mark. Found himself in a great position.
Pretty brave
You know, it's one of
volley
those things.
attempt.
Yeah, and you know, and it's one of those things. You know how it is. You're sitting there in the box, you know, 6-7 yards. You think you have absolutely no time in the world, you know, and every once in a while you wish somebody would say, "Settle," you know, bring it down, because you actually do have some time. But yeah, good effort by Brelovic there, just over the net, but finds himself wide open in a great position in front of goal. So Peters with another goal kick here. Shoemaker using his body to control the ball. That ball will go out for a Panther throw-in.
Okay, we have Sibley back into holding mid for RJ. Oh no, for Connor.
Moving up for
Connor
Connor. Yep, on the right. Connor Ryan's out and Sibley's in.
Danny Berlin.
Phillips with the ball at his feet in the space. Riley with a nice chase. Knocks the ball out, kind of slows down the attack. They'll be throwing for the far side for the Indians. Nice
That's a
little touch.
great control by.
It's a good
midfield.
cut.
You got to
Looking
move
for
the
some
ball
options.
faster. Good job out of.
Berlin with the ball at his feet here.
Oh, he just got out muscled here a little bit.
It's a long throw
It's
in
actually
off
very
Berlin's
scary
head.
how long these guys can throw. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Berlovic with a nice ball to Shoemaker. Put the ball outside.
Beautiful
again-
work by Zach. Well, Ben is asking for, nobody's ever going to call when 6'3" guy pushing shot.
He's not going to get that call from
never
behind.
Gonna
Yeah,
get,
unless
never
somebody
gonna get it.
unless somebody comes in with the flying atomic elbow, okay, from 15 yards away. He is not going to get that call. It was plain and
Oh,
simple.
that's a good long
Ball
that's a
over
good long
top
ball.
to Shoemaker. See if you can keep this here in under control. It's a nice cross in with the header, and it's right over top.
That was great.
Oh,
that was great
visions
cross.
of the diving header, both ball and body going into the net. Instead, it's off the abdomen thigh knee combination off the crossbar. That would be the football crossbar, Almir.
It's going to
nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
An eventful play for the Panthers here.
Out of nothing, they
At the
created
11:30
something. That was
mark.
great. That was a great cross by Shoemaker. That should have been 2-1.
Yeah, you're not going to get closer than that, but nonetheless, again, promising with the attacks. I mean, just promising with the attacks. It's good to see. Peters with a little bit of possession here.
Oh, there's a little bit of a scuffle there.
That's going to be a foul. So the
Sibley's
free kick.
walking very calmly.
Free
Good.
kick for the Indians, about 35 yards out, 35 yards out. Mellegrain coming up again. It's a hard ball in, and it's over the net.
There's another
look-
swap.
Little different tactic, but Murphy had it. Murphy had it covered.
Back dying off the field, and Mitch Friday on the field.
Friday back in.
These two youngsters are putting great effort out there. That's the intensity of the game may not be up to their match, but the quality level and technique is right there. It's a great
And this
ball
could be,
by
yeah, this
Dylan.
could be
Sibley will
promising here. We got to get
cross
some
this,
players in the
hopefully.
box. Get some players in the box here for Sibley. Peters will just clear it.
Yeah, Sinclair looks a little bit more in control again and a little bit more serious with attacks.
We got caught up a little bit here. We'll see what Peters does. How
Nice
quickly they
control
explode.
by Nate Lopez out of Peters.
Brian with a little heavy touch on the turn there. A little too far for Shuey to pick up.
There's a little scuffle between Sibley and Peters, player on the other side, but
I think,
something's telling me this is not done.
well, they're probably in the local drama club together. And so this is just a little extension of,
Could be a show.
yeah, it's just a little extension of current work that they're involved in.
The
Shoemaker, yeah, good control here. Sibley with the ball, and that's all you're looking for.
Get the ball calmly, own it.
Shoemaker using his body again. This ball's going to stay in. Shoemaker's going hard. Berlovic's, who's coming late. And it's going to be another Panther throw-in.
Well, to summarize all of this, St. Clair obviously looks like a little bit better team here.
Yeah, no question. More threatening, much more threatening. Okay,
Which is
and
kind of
consistently,
interesting because St.
consistently more
Clair's not
threatening.
even ranked in top 5. Peters is second ranked squad.
Are they really?
They are, just behind North Allegheny.
The long throw here.
That's a good effort by R.J. White. Oh, that's a great.
Yeah, really, really,
I will
really. And there's
tell
a
you,
nice
this
hard
is-
shot.
this
Really,
is
really
one
well
of the
played
best shots
by
of the
White.
night. White did great
yeah,
pass
great
back and
using his body. Yeah, really nice
Danny
play by
Berlin
White
just
using his body.
nailed it.
Again, White up on the ball.
Yeah,
A little bit on the
hands.
back. Yeah, just climbing up the Peters player's back.
Seven minutes, 20 seconds to go. First half, 1-1. Peters with free kick at 42 yards. It's going to be Brian with the ball.
It's a hard driven ball in. Oh, not sure what happened there.
I think that ball surprised Nate
Probably
Murphy
just
a
didn't
little bit.
see it, yeah, because I mean it's going to take a true bounce on the turf. He may have just not seen it. It was a low-driven ball, some bodies in front of him. So, corner kick here for Peters.
First corner kick.
Crowd's getting excited. .637 left, 1-1. The ball goes into the box. It's an in-swinger. Ball's bouncing around. Peters trying to get a shot off. And cleared out by St. Clair.
Great clearance by Zach Aioli, senior captain of the squad. Matthew Doby coming on for
Nate Farmer, I believe that is, number 4. Into Berlovic's feet, he turns. A little bit of a break here. See what Sibley does with the ball. And he's going to go right by here. He's going to drop this ball in, and Berlovic's right there!
Unbelievable.
Oh!
That was outstanding.
Oh,
that was outstanding.
boys.
That ball was
Sibley with a tremendous run on the flank. Berlovic being exactly where he needs to be, and we have got to put these balls home. That's the second one. This game should be 3-1, and we find ourselves tied 1-1. Berlovic up for the header.
Yeah, the ball was actually touched by one of the defensive players. I think he saved him. Oh, 5 minutes to go.
Well, hey, from an attacking standpoint, St. Clair's they're doing a fantastic job. Okay?
I mean, if they keep working at it, it's going to happen.
Keep working at it. These balls are going to start going in. I mean, not only are you having good service, but you're having guys in the right spot, making runs to be in the right spot, and it's just that last little touch, that last little bounce. Ball's up. Murphy's got this covered.
Okay, hopefully he gets his confidence back.
Yeah, I think the other one, he probably just didn't see it. I mean, it was a low-driven ball. I just think he didn't see it, and it came up on him quick. Sibley.
What a run by Sibley on the last cross. It was just phenomenal.
Got some wheels.
Yeah.
Kid's got some wheels. Looks like Berlovic coming out, and Nick Tanner coming in. 4 minutes left, still 1-1 here. Peters Township and your Upper St. Clair Panthers.
Nick Tanner has his big wheels. Technical and fast.
A tough one. Here's a shot by Brian. Budgewick, I think Riley got a little stone-footed with where the ball was coming in from.
3 minutes, 30 seconds to go, and St. Clair had a
little bit of a scare.
A little
bit of a scare.
Forward
breaking on the ball.
I saw this in.
Just got a little off, wrong-footed. Let fall on that one. That's all. Murphy with the clearance. Argent with the big boot back in the. Budgewick with the ball. Nice little touch. He's trying to work his way through. Okay. Murphy reads that well and collects it.
Yeah, that's the way to come out and scoop the ball away and get danger out.
Shoemaker posting up for the ball.
That's a great ball by Tanner to the side. Danny Berlin. Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, he's
unexpected.
Yeah, you know, and the thing is, you have that ball. You know, am I going to play into the forward's feet? You know, is he going on the run? I mean, where? And he just got. I think both of them just kind of got caught in between thoughts.
They forgot how to read the game.
Right.
Should have been played to forward's feet, but
There's a long throw in. Headed up, but not out by Peters.
I tell you, there's no way I could throw a ball that far. I think at our age, it's probably questionable if we could kick it that far.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
It's a good 30-yard kick. It's long.
There's a throw in. That's going to be a handball. Yeah, that's coming out.
Well, as long as ref doesn't see it. Thierry Henry ended up winning a couple of games using
Didn't Maradona win a
World Cup.
World Cup with that move?
Kind of odd if you do it in
Or at
front of
least
ref
get
that
his
openly. But
team into the finals. So, hey, a minute 44 left. Still 1-1. Upper St. Clair and Peters Township here on just a gorgeous, gorgeous evening. Little heavy touch there by Berlin. And Panthers will regroup here. Throwing for Peters here on the near side. Now, Argent's got a long throw. James Argent here. He's probably been the one that's been taking the throw-ins for them, but he can throw the ball into the box. That'll
great
be a
job
St.
by
Clair
Danny
throw-in.
Berlin, trying to contain the ball and find one of his teammates.
Ball squirts through Argent. It's a nice deep run here. It's tough. Brudgell's still moving on it. Riley. Yeah, good defense by Riley. Actually, Peters, real nice combination play. Yeah, real nice combination play by Peters. Their second quarter of the evening. Riley's able to read it, Lenthal, and clean it up. So, yeah, Brudgewood's for Peters making an impact up there, up top, getting the ball into his feet.
20 seconds to go. They would probably put everybody in the box.
Mellow grain up, but not.
Well,
Ball's
it's a
not
great
out.
defensive clearance by St. Clair.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Well, that looks like it's going to do it. We're going to end the home opener here at halftime. Peters Township 1, Upper St. Clair 1. We will be back for the start of the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half here, and hey, no goals over halftime, Almira. It's still 1-1. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
No goals for sure. We're going to see a few goals in second half, I guarantee you.
Yeah, so, you know, talking during a halftime break, good first half from St. Clair. Yeah, good first half from St. Clair.
It's probably the best game they've played so far. They came relentless. They came together as a holding ball and passing ball on the ground, meaningful touches. It wasn't rambling soccer. I mean, it's coaching adjustment definitely worked out.
Yeah, so a ambitious ball, and it'll lead to a goal kick for
I'll tell you,
the Panthers.
Whenever at kickoff I see kids do this, it blows my mind. Why do you give that ball away? Like, no matter what team you are. I mean, it's just.
So,
explain to me.
My guess here would be, instead of going the end line, they want to throw in, because half the time on throw-ins or some percentage, you lose possession. Okay, so if St. Clair has a very deep throw-in, they throw it in. Peters has a ball in their offensive third. So I think that would be the thinking there. And here's a ball in the box. Murphy comes out on it, controls it well. So that would be my thought there. He just hit it to the wrong spot. That's all.
And they did it. I think whenever St. Clair scored, they did it. Whenever.
And here's a nice ball up the. Oh, he should take that into goal. He's going a little wide here, looking for a cross. And there's a nice shot over top.
That.
Yeah.
Was that Mitch Friday? Yeah, it's Mitch Friday.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure who was taking 13. Who was. It was Connor Ryan on the dribble. Boy, I would have liked to see.
More into the box.
Go to goal.
Yes.
Go right to goal.
Go. It's much easier to make decisions.
Not going to catch him. Okay.
That was beautiful.
Type of things. Yeah, he took it a little bit wider, looking for the cross, and they talk about that. We're trying to get service and crosses in the box, so okay, understandable. But boy, I'd like to see Connor just take that right into goal, make the goalie commit one way or the other, and then it opens up.
By all means,
and then it opens
was
up.
Phenomenal. This was a goal scoring opportunity again.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, another nice job by St. Clair here, creating dangerous opportunities. So this will be a long ball in here. Peters getting people up.
There's Brian again.
Ball lofted in, and now watch Murphy's.
This was dangerous.
That was dangerous.
It
yeah,
is dangerous.
I'm not sure why he came out on that one, but yeah, that could have poked through. But nonetheless, hey.
It looks like Nate Murphy and Brian are passing ball to each other.
This ball hopefully is going to run out here. Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, Murphy will tell you I had it covered, and he did. Picked it up perfectly, and so he was fine with it. So this will be a goal kick coming out with Murphy.
We have an interesting change up top. We see Zach Aioli as a top striker now from playing right back. It's an interesting switch here.
And then who's up there with him?
Alvarado.
Number 14, okay.
So we have a lot of speed up top now between these two players.
That ball's going to
Mitch
go
Friday,
outside,
who's
and
gonna be
Iola's
passing. Look
should
at
be
it,
able to
look at
get
that
to this
by-
ball, get his head up, crossing deep. This has got to be a goal. Yes!
And it is Alvarado's goal.
Fantastic.
This is unbelievable. This
And
is
that's a
such
great cross by
was
Aioli.
beautiful.
And obviously it's
Beautiful
something
build-up
that
play.
Coach Snyder has told these guys, look, we are going down the flank. We've got them beat down in the channels, and we're crossing that ball
But
in.
the way
It's
it
a late
worked was
run, drawn
phenomenal.
back. Yeah, and here's another thing, too. The ball wasn't crossed towards the goalie. It was dropped back on the ground, and a
Right.
beautiful finish,
An
and
actual
you're not
pass.
going to miss from there.
You'll see when we watch the tape on Tuesday. Yeah, I would never kick these.
Well, this is what they're looking for here, and it's a fumble in here, and it's a ball crossed in. Ball's out.
But this is where you need Mitch Friday on the squad.
So
Look at
nice. Let's get that ball outside quickly on the run. He's going to go. And Iola's just going to use some wheels here. Yeah, Mellegrain with a nice
I will
defensive
tell you,
play.
that was beautiful build-up play. That penetrating pass from Mitch Friday down to Aioli did miracle.
Ryan with the ball with a left-footed shot. Off the nose. It's a long ball out wide. Out to number 9 for Peters. Brian with the ball. Brodwitz. And he's going to try to get free for a shot here. Working his way around. And there it is. There's the shot we're looking for. We got to close this down. Close it again. Close it again. Do not let him shoot. Push him out, guys.
Peters with real chance here.
Yep.
That was an opportunity.
Yeah,
for
you can
Peters.
tell. You
What
can
a-
tell when Brodwood's got that ball, outside of the D. All he wanted to do was shoot. So
was
he finally got himself freed and just
Outstanding
ripped the shot on a
composure
tough
by
angle.
Nate Murphy on the net here to
Yeah, holding
save
his
us.
ground. Yeah, holding his ground. Big throw in here. Oh, going to go light. Argent may not be on the field for throwing. There's a service into the box.
Beautiful service, man.
Yeah,
This is
really
just great.
nice. Ryan's going to clear that ball up the line. Get it out of trouble. It'll be throwing for Peters
That's a smart
in the middle
play.
of the field. Yeah, on the near side here. So 35-19 left in the game. 2-1 Upper St. Clair. Well-deserved 2-1 lead at this point in the game. Over top.
So this is where it gets risky.
That's going to be a goal kick for the Panthers. You know, it's one of those things. You score that goal, and you got to watch the next 5 minutes. You know, next 5 to 7 minutes, the opponent's going to come at you hard, and you can't have a letdown,
Do whatever
or
you can
the
to
lead's
score
going to be
another
short-lived. Yeah, the leads are going to be short-lived.
But one of the so far St. Clair scored 2 tremendous goals.
Yeah, they've been
Build
nice
up,
goals. Yeah,
just
they have been
tremendous.
nice goals.
Great,
No
great
question.
goals. Teamwork, great build-up, penetrating pass from midfield to the side, pass it back. It looked like routine score.
Yeah,
It's a great throw.
Iola with the ball again.
Alvarado getting it.
He's going to hold this up. That'll be a throw in here for the Panthers on the near side. This is Mirror with the throw in.
Maybe not a long one.
It's a big throw into the box. Mirror should recoup this. Ebony earns a team a corner.
Another corner
Yeah,
kick
well
for St.
done.
Clair.
Well done. St. Clair with the first corner of the night.
going to be Sibley to set that ball in. So how risky is to leave Brian one-on-one in the back? Wouldn't you reinforce the back line with Brian's
I would
skill?
not have the other center back up that far. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little bit. That's a lot of space.
Okay, that's a lot of space.
It's a
Okay.
risk.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't know whether it paid off or not, but St. Clair is definitely having major domination in this game. I haven't seen this in a long time.
It's good to see. It's good to see. 33 minutes left, 2-1 Upper St. Clair here against Peter Township Indians in this first section game for both teams. Nice little battle there on the far side. Sibley will pick this up, get his head up. He's getting pressured. Just dump that off. There you
Very
go.
calm.
Yep, they should be able to move the ball out of the back here pretty easily. Yep, there you go.
That was Liam kicking ball out.
It's Mira on the ball right now.
Mitch Friday pretty strong on his feet.
So it'll be a Panther throwing on the far side.
32 minutes to go.
There's a nice little turn. Yep, and
skill.
that is the proverbial where's my underwear on that one, because I just lost it. It's a nice cross in.
You can almost feel panic settling in Peters Township.
A little bit, yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think they're a little rattled.
Confidence of St. Clair
Yeah, they're a
kids
little
are,
rattled. Okay.
It's growing.
Riley's going to go up for this. Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're a little rattled. Be nice to get another one here to go up 3-1. Argent with the ball here on the near side with the throw-in. Deep throw. Sibley with his feet on the ball. Just work it out together here. That's just a simple 1-2. That should go to Ryan. Sibley moves up. He gives it right back to him, and he's got space to go.
He's probably overconfident
just
there.
a little, yeah. Just Peters, just quick foot, getting his ball knocked out. So it looks like Saborza's out. Ryan's out. Not sure who went in for him. It's like Burlevic up top, and Burlevic and Shoemaker up top at this point in time, and Mira.
So interesting tactical moves by Coach Schneider, because it looks like his squad allows him to mix players up and create confusion in back line of Peters, because we had Zach Ioli play up top and making that assist, and Zach Ioli's back into right back. That's the depth of a team that Schneider has on at his disposal.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of flexibility, available at your disposal. But yeah, no question, Ioli was a handful up there attacking on the right flank.
Because it has to be scary if you were in Peters' defense. You have Alvarado toying with your guys in the back line. He gets off, Ben comes in, you no break.
Cleared out. This will be a throw-in. Yeah, see Sibley's, taken out of that defensive midfielder role. As the little I've seen, played really well in that role, in the first half. Here's a ball into the box. Peters is up. Ball's over top.
That one's going to go out.
And that ball's out for a St. Clair throw-in. And again, it's early in the season. You move kids around. Nice little touch by Sibley.
Oh, I should have let it play.
And you're going to see a lot of different formations as you run through the course of the year.
It's going to be interesting.
Whether by design or injury. Sometimes injury plays in, and you just don't have what you thought you had, and you got to move some guys around.
It's going to be interesting watching these younger guys next year. Some of them have 2 years left in them.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have a couple of these sophomores that are...
Sargent with a big throw. Oh, there's a nice little turn.
And pretty risky pass
With
across.
White, yeah. White with a nice use of his body. Again, a nice step by White. I see what Shoemaker can
with the
turn
ball.
this into
So I
right
see
here with
him
Sibley.
playing
Just put it
Sibley.
down.
Oh, that's a
Sibley's going to
great
win this ball. He'll
pass.
get in front of this player here. He's going to hold this up a little bit, look for a little bit of help. See what Ben can do here. It's a little drop. And Peters is off on the attack here. This ball's going to go out, yeah.
Yeah, that was odd pass by Ben in the back. He shouldn't have passed it. Should have kept it.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at that and say, okay, I need to hold that ball. The other thing is spacing, okay? I mean, you know, whoever was behind him was up on him pretty tight. Okay,
Yeah, well,
so I
you
mean, it
should-
becomes a
should have been-
spacing. It
right.
becomes a spacing issue, you know. Also,
Right.
you know, and for this team to continue to get better and you know, progress and maybe have a good run, those are the types of things collectively that they need to do, you know, to help each other out.
That's
Nice
a great
little cut
combo.
in. Yep.
Coach Schneider obviously a little bit upset.
Well, he
with-
wants somebody to show for the ball. Okay, is what he's looking like right here. Okay, he comes and shows for the ball, and that's what he's
Gotta
looking
move
for
that
here.
ball fast.
Keeper will probably come out on this. I think the forward, I don't know who it was
That was Mitch
looking for
Friday
that,
on the
looking
other
for the
side.
diagonal run. Okay, kind of hesitating, and you know, Schneider's done this for years. He likes people coming back and showing for the ball, and then playing off of that. White again with the ball at his feet, nice control.
Okay, RJ White's playing with a lot of confidence
Yeah.
in this game, which is good to see.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I've seen him play before, but he looks like he's doing a nice job to me this evening. This ball should go right here. Give it to him right away. Ah. Yeah, you got to hit that in space. Let Berlovic. Hell, if Ben gets the inside shoulder on somebody, they're not going to push him off the ball.
Right.
Okay, so throw in for Peters here. John Patuch, also known as the Tooch Train. Sibley steps up. See what he does here. Should be a crossed in. Ah.
No, that's an odd one.
See Coach Schneider getting a little enthusiastic over the boys' performance. Yeah, that's coming out. That's a kick for Peters, and that's fine. I mean, that's absolutely nothing. It's a foul. Move on. I mean,
Gotta move
those
fast.
two big kids. Yeah, those are two big boys going at it. They're just exchanging cards there. That's all that was. That's nothing. Yeah, they got to talk. They're getting each other's way here. Just draw that back. Draw it back. There you go. You got the other side of the field if you want it. He's got to come back on the outside flank.
That's a bad first touch by
Yeah, it's just
Riley,
a tough.
but
It's a touch. Yeah, he
saved
recovered.
himself.
Yeah, he recovered, but it's a tough spot for B. The other thing is, I always got to.
Somebody's hurt.
Well, it's the tackle. I mean, Riley just stuffed
Was
him.
it?
Okay, yeah. The other thing is, I always got to come back. That flank player's got to come back and make himself available. Okay, a little bit more than he did.
I'll tell you when I see
Just to
that
give him
kid,
a just to give him a visual angle, you know, type of thing. But yeah, Riley just stepped up, and that was just a tough tackle. That's all. Clean, very, very clean, but just hard. And it had to be because, like you said, that first touch was heavy. Put him in a 50-50 ball that didn't need to be there. Yeah, you know, from what I was hearing based on the Dublin game, you know, I expected
is
to come
complete
here
change.
and not see this team, but these
Oh,
these
yeah.
kids
I
look
mean,
good.
I'll tell you, I watched
they're
the
actually
Dublin
playing
game
pretty
myself,
well.
and then it was just we couldn't make two passes
Yeah,
together.
I mean, there's
now it's a
nothing-
different
There
setup,
is
different-
nothing fluky. There is nothing fluky about this at all.
Oh my
There's
God,
a
no.
purpose. There's an effort. Okay. They got
Transitioning
the
of
two
the ball is
goals.
just phenomenal from the back through the midfield to the top, and we're creating chances. We're scoring goals out of.
It's threatening. The forward
Absolutely.
play is threatening.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just threatening.
They were useless in that game. In Dublin. They
Dublin
were.
game.
I mean, it's just what it is. I'm sure Coach Schneider was completely dissatisfied with the way we played out there because it just didn't work out. But these first couple of games, you're building your team, you're kind of working it out, and hopefully make the 5 middle players understanding what their roles are.
What needs to
in
be
moving-
done, yep,
yeah,
yep.
Moving the ball from the back to the top and creating.
You know, it looks
Goals
like
will come. I mean, so far, a bunch of guys scored for this squad. So, interesting setup. I hope that kid is good. When I see somebody cringing like that,
yeah, it was a
not good.
tough. Yeah, it was a tough tackle. Again, very, very, very clean. Very, very clean. Okay, but it was just the force of two bodies coming into the ball, if you will, and you know, Riley was just in a better position to win the tackle. That's all. But looks like he can walk it off. Hopefully, he can walk it off here and get himself back in the game here shortly. He'll definitely be feeling it for a few days.
You want to make sure these kids go home and sleep. Well, go to school tomorrow.
I thought they'd go home and play video games.
My kids don't have video games. There's no video games in Berlovich house.
Is that when I throw the BS flag on that one?
It looks like kickoff is about to start. There's going to be ball at the 40-yard line. I think Peters will
yeah,
kick
just
it back
drop
to
ball.
St.
Yeah,
Clair.
and
drop
this
ball.
is and this is basically just a courtesy. St. Clair had possession of the ball. Peters' guy was hurt, and it's just a part of the game, courtesy part of the game, where the opposing team kicks the ball back to the team that had possession. So that's all that was there. If you haven't seen that before.
So we have a switch on a field where Bagdine came in for Dylan Mira and Alvarado came in for Ben Berlovich.
There's a ball into the box. Oh, this could be trouble. Yeah, Phillips. Just that ball just slipped right by Phillips. A dangerous cross, and thankfully the ball slid through. It's a throw in for Peters here on the near seed.
They have some height in the box
Yep.
now with Phillips out.
With Phillips, yeah, 6'3", 6'4" forward from Peters. This is Argent right here. He'll be able to get this ball into the box. He's got a long, long throw. Phillips standing up on the ball. Now it's cleared up. He loses possession, and St. Clair gets rid of it.
Aioli clears it.
This will be another one Argent will be
Ball
set
went
up.
into Peters Township's coaching squad right here. Looks like Connor Ryan is waiting to get on.
Yeah, and that's what I was looking for, was the flick on right there. There's a shot.
That's a
Murphy,
great-
yeah, Murphy in good shot, in good position, saw it all the way. But
Right.
that's what I was looking for in the first time, was that flick on, okay, into the box. Peters did it well there and was able to get a shot off. But
Well,
Murphy up to the test.
You could see palette of skills out of Nate Lopez, receiving the ball and turning it, making threatening
To get the
shots.
shot, yeah.
That was good.
So Connor Ryan in,
Mitch Friday out.
Mitch Friday out.
At the moment, I thought Connor Ryan was just getting on. Another tactical move by coaching, having one guy more on the field. Looks like Mitch will have to come off.
We're allowed to do that every 2 minutes per half, right? Play with that extra play. Is that
As long as refs don't see it.
fair enough? Shoemaker with a turn here. That ball's going to go out, but it should be a St. Clair throw-in. Yep. Aioli coming over for the ball on the throw-in. And you look in the back here, Peters definitely, you know, at the 22-50 mark, trying to push some players up here. St. Clair have them, should at least have one more player than they have. White back on the ball here.
Yeah, we look a little risky now in the back, and
Yeah, and
kinda
here's
opened up a little bit
here's
here.
the thing, yeah, and you know, again, it's what is the coach sharing with them. But on something like that, I have no problem with my players going all the way back to the keeper and resetting. Okay, it's a ball in the box from Peters. Phillips gets his head on the ball. It's outside. Brian coming in and nicely just cleared away out of trouble.
Liam cleared out.
Yep, Leon clearing it out, and that's all you're looking for there. There's no reason to play around with the ball. Peters with a quick throw in here, turn. This ball's coming in the box. Ooh. See what they're going to call there. Hopefully nothing, just coming out. Yep.
Goal kick.
Yep, goal kick coming out.
That was a little
Player,
rough,
just
rough
off balance. He was off balance. Player crossing the ball was off balance, and, you know, that's what happens. So
That's where
21-51.
Ronaldo gets PK.
Well, yes,
So
but
he
it is
collects him.
Ronaldo.
Right.
21-43 left.
I'll tell you, Alvarado scored more goals than Ronaldo this season.
Hey,
So-
it's still early. He's still getting used to the food. Nice 1v1 battle here. We see what's going on here. Oh, there's a nice little turn in.
beautiful
Peters with the
dribble
head up.
by
There's a
Peters.
play in. Phillips with the ball in. Murphy off slides.
Okay.
Murphy, yeah, well done.
That was a legitimate
Stay on
threat
his
by
toe. Yeah,
Peters.
there's a nice ball. Yeah, nice
Build
1v1
up.
move. Yep, nice 1v1 move. Phillips backing himself out, finding some space. The ball comes in.
It's always
and
difficult when you
again,
get
Murphy
beat
up to the test.
at the corner. When your back player gets beat one-on-one. Well, this is probably a good drop by Shoemaker. This is where you want to commit that foul so we can reset.
Yeah, being this far away from your own goal, this is fine. Looks like Mira's getting ready to come back in. The ball into the box.
That's where RJ Height helps a lot.
Sibley with the ball, coming hard on him. He's got to put that ball away. There it is.
Oh, it's a great ball to Bagdine.
He's got to get his head up, see what he has here. And he knows it. Yeah, he knows it.
That's another sophomore. He knows it. It's just not. It's one of those things where he was gauging whether do I take it to the line or what do I do with it?
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, you get caught in between thoughts at times, and Sibley goes up, gets beaten. Well, White's there to cover it.
So here's
Ryan's
the change
up.
in the lineup right now. You have RJ White as a holding mid, and you have Sibley moving up into a little more offensive role, maybe number 8 or so.
Phillips with the ball. There's a nice little cheeky through, but Lenthal with a nice step up. Okay, nice step up. No foul on that. That should be a St. Clair throw. And is it on near side? There's going to be a substitute here. Shoemaker coming out.
Nick Tanner coming on.
And Nick Tanner coming back on. Okay. So 19:41 left. Still 2-1 Upper St. Clair against Peter Township. Tanner for the ball. Nice little layoff. Murphy will be all over that.
That was Hobo by 26 on Peters.
Would have liked another foot or so on that ball. Ryan would have been in. Murphy's got to come out for this. Yep, there you go.
Well, these balls can be scary. At some point, you have to step up.
There's Tanner fighting for the ball. That'll be a St. Clair throw-in. Okay. Going to rotate through here. Looks like Mira's coming back in, and who's coming off?
Ben Bagdine.
Bagdine. Ioli with the ball here. Needs some movement for him. Mira with the ball at his feet. Okay, and these three guys right here, they're sitting right in the hole. Yep. Yeah, it's.
See, that's a giveaway.
That's. Look, there's two things. And you're not sure what they're working on. Okay, but you know if they want Ryan to come across, then okay, Ryan needs there's a nice ball in. See if Connor get, then he's got to make that run in. Okay, but that's a tough ball. That cross ball there. I would have liked to seen the three guys right here play a little touch and go, and boom, they'd be right down the flank. Okay, but
that's where you want to see
again, you're trying
midfielders.
but again, you're trying to see. Okay, what do we work? There's a nice ball in here. Tanner's got to take the ball, touch the goal. Again, he's taking it wide here. Well, we'll see what happens. Gets a cross in.
Cross.
Yep.
Great cross. Great ball by Mira. I mean, it was a good ball by Dylan.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You wonder to what degree coach is telling them, take it down the channel and cross it in, versus, hey, if you get the player beaten, I want you to take it straight to the goalie.
Right.
Okay. Because some players, as soon as they get that half an inch, they're going straight to goal with that ball. Okay, to make the goalie commit. Okay, so you're just not sure. I mean, for me, sitting up here, I'm, okay, it looks like he's telling them go down the channels and cross
just
the
like
balls
what we
in.
have now.
So what are we going to do? So he's going right at him. You got to draw this back, and it's a goal.
I love that.
Oh, and that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, in that instance, he went right at the
nice
goal.
Play by Aioli.
He goes right at the goal. The goalie's frozen. You drop it, and that ball needs to be in the back of the net. So you can really clearly see the difference in what Aioli did there versus taking the ball straight down the channel. Perfect illustration there.
I'm not sure who ranks teams, but whoever ranked Peters number 2 may have made a mistake here because they have a lot of work to do on their defensive.
That's based
end.
on history. I mean, that's history.
previous
that's based
year.
on last year and previous years, and yeah, I mean, come on, anybody.
But there's a lot of gap. There's a lot of empty space in their back line, and it's just not very unusual
Look,
for Peters.
it's one of those things, and I give Dyer coaching staff ball into the box here, bounce around. This could be another one. You got to watch for Peters here because that's how they scored the first one. Okay, bouncing ball in the box. He's got to get his lose possession here. Peters with Argent with control again.
Peters definitely putting some pressure here.
Right into his feet here, looking for Phillips. And there's a nice little cheeky
little
ball
fat,
in.
oh.
Yep. So look,
It was a great idea by Phillips.
Given Dyer, the coaching staff, Peters credit, St. Clair has dominated this game.
This is one of the rare games.
It's 2-1.
Right.
It's still 2-1.
Oh, yeah.
Peters is still in a position, to tie this game and potentially win it. All right. And they make a living on that stuff. 15 minutes left, 15 and a half left in the game. It's 2-1. And they're still in a position to tie or win a game that they have no business being close. No business being close in this game.
Next 15 minutes will show us.
Yep. Mirror on the ball there. The ball's going outside, probably for Peters throwing. Here on the near side with about 15-12 left in the Phillips. Phillips using his body to shield. And here's another 1v1. We got beat the air left foot. This kid's really good left-footed. Got some wheels, and here he goes in. He's going to much better. Yeah, done defensively. The other thing that's nice, too, I don't know if it was probably Lenthal that stepped up, read the angles really well. This ball's bouncing around. We got it cleared. But read the angle really well and was sitting there to receive the cross.
Right.
Okay. That's going to be a hold on Ryan. Yeah, just tough first touch, and then he had a battle for the ball.
This could be dangerous. This is the one where you want Nate in his best.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be decisive.
behavior.
Got to be decisive, okay? Depending on where the ball is. He's been solid tonight, so.
Yeah. Danger is these 6'2", 3, 4 guys coming out and blocking the view.
And two guys taking your legs out from under you, and the other guy heading it in. High school ball.
That's a good block by Liam. Alvarado passes it. That's a great.
Just behind him a little bit. He's got a little nice step by Lenthal.
Great tackle by Riley.
Yeah, just a nice step to get out of trouble. Mirror on the ball right here.
You're absolutely right. This game can go either way.
Yep.
Still 2-1.
Looks like we've got Berlovic, Shoemaker, and Friday lined up, about to come in here. Okay. There's Ryan with the ball. That's a great ball through. Oh.
It looked phenomenal.
Yeah,
from here.
yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, great idea. Just need to be a little bit heavier. Okay.
If it worked, it would have been on highlights.
Yes. I mean, that was a big ball. Okay. So that's going to get chewed up. Yeah. So Peters likes having that defender sit deep down there. So at times that's tough. That through ball is tough because you'll have that sweeper that's just sitting back.
Right.
Phillips picks up a bouncing ball here. That's a good foul. That's a good foul. He might get a card.
It was unintentional too.
It's a good foul.
I don't think it was intentional. I think
Yeah,
he just ran through his.
That's a good foul. Mirror. I got absolutely no problem with that. Okay. I mean, they're 40 yards out. He was off, for the run. Now we got to defend this, okay?
Back down, coming back.
But I mean, it's a decision. Yeah, it's a decision for the foul.
You see Shoemaker coming in, and Ben Berlovich for Mitch Friday as well. So Alvarado's coming off. Tanner off. Sibley off.
Yeah, wholesale changes here. With 13 minutes left in the game, still 2-1 Upper St. Clair. Brodowicz with the ball here. Expect a good delivery. Murphy's got to be up to the task. There's the curling ball in. Wow.
Brian's deliveries have been very dangerous.
Cannot. Just need to face the ball. Yeah, it's put yourself in a bad position, turning your back and whatnot, defensively on this.
Well, first game of the season. It's going to be interesting to see Peters Township come in and
another
play.
in-swinger
Next
here.
one, I can tell you, it's not going to be. It's going to be different set of rules on the pitch. This is a young team.
Goal kick coming out. Yep. Yeah, and St. Clair's got to finish this out. They got to get back to having the confidence that they had earlier. There's 12 minutes left here. It's still 2-1. this is a game, and Schneider's telling them right now to keep the ball on the ground, and they're better than Peters tonight. But they need to finish it out. They need to finish it out. Okay. They got to be better for 80 minutes.
That's a good safety by Aioli.
Yeah, this will be a Peters throw in here on the near side. See if he's going to service. Oh, is he off?
Offside.
Oh, we were fortunate there.
It was good offside trap, whether it was intentional or not. It worked out.
We'll say that it was planned, but yeah,
After many nights of practice.
Yeah, I like Broadwood's chances in the 1v1 battle there, and so it's good that we're got the offsides. Phillips again with the ball. Murphy's got to come out for this hard.
Good
That's
work.
Nate, you got it. Yep, way to come off the line quick.
That was a strange ball. You should not kick that ball in the middle of the field, 50-yard line from there. It's just giveaway. You got to work that a little bit better.
All right, out to Shoemaker on the flank. We'll see what he can do here. I'm going to try to take him here. Try to take him. And he wins it for a corner. All right, well, not bad. I think this is only St. Clair's second corner for the second half. Sibley back in, White out.
RJ had a pretty solid game.
He looked good. It's the first
He
time
looked
I've seen a
very
kid
good.
play.
Yep,
Yeah,
he looked pretty good, pretty solid.
yeah. I thought he did a nice job, handling the ball in the middle, defensively, in the middle of the field. There's a strong cross in, and Berlovic up for the header. So swing this across. Just put it right back outside again quickly, Zach. It's got to go to him quick. There you go. And I get it back. See what we do here, if he's going to drop it or go in. It's a nice little slip. This is a goal. Yep, there you go. Fantastic.
That's a goal by Berlovic.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Fantastic. I don't know who slipped that ball in, but that ball went slip. Somebody in the middle let it run. Berlovic's in a perfect position, okay?
Good
Took
finish.
his time,
Good work.
stayed over it, on the ground, in the back of the net. 3-1 Upper St. Clair with 10 minutes to go.
What's good about all these scores is they were built up from the
These
back.
are good goals.
In each goal, you had your fullback, Zach Aioli, involved, carrying the ball out. And whenever you create, whenever you have chances, so Berlovic scored the same way that Alvarado's did earlier. Beautiful.
Yeah. These are good goals.
These are good goals, and that's what is just phenomenal.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
So, somewhere along the way here, the message got through between Ohio and Pennsylvania, and everybody's coming to play tonight.
Interesting
because it
thing
looks sharp.
in Ohio, I'm not sure if it pertains to the game, but I had family in Ohio, so we stopped by and had horrible steak.
Horrible what?
Steak. Just
Steak?
Yes. My family ended up having a grill out there, and
Well, I was up at Penn State this past weekend, and there were people wearing shirts, white shirts with a blue outline of the state of Ohio, and inside the state in blue block lettering it said "Worst state ever." We've got a St. Clair player down.
is it Riley?
Hopefully nothing
Riley
too serious.
Lenthal.
It looks like Riley, yeah. Hopefully nothing
That's
too
not
serious.
good. That kid never drops down too long. They're looking for trainer. It's the second time she's been on a pitch today, right?
Yeah, one for each squad.
My God, you hope it's. Hopefully it's cramp only.
Hopefully the way they're treating it here, yeah, it's a cramping situation. But
So given
yeah,
the
Riley's
circumstances, I would not. If you asked me what kind of score it's going to be, there's no way I'd say St. Clair would be up 3-1, 9 minutes to go, especially after our last weekend's performance.
Yeah,
but
well, you
what
know,
we see big difference here tonight is the change in midfield and positioning.
Yeah.
It's a big difference and great job by coaching staff. Just you can see it.
Yeah, they're attacking the game. Okay, I mean, they've got a plan. they've got a game plan as far as it's from an attacking standpoint. All right. When have we gotten into trouble? When that ball's bouncing around, it pops out here, pops out there. Okay. Or we're passing the guys in the wrong colored shirt. I mean, that's when we're getting into trouble. There really has not been tremendous build-up by Peters. We've not gotten beaten tactically. Okay. For almost any stretches of the game. Okay. It's been kind of those chaotic bouncing balls where Peters have generated some opportunities, all right. But as far as a controlled play, St. Clair was a good
performance
performance tonight.
From this year and last year, because last year Peters dominated game, and we were trying to fight it with long, odd balls.
Gotcha.
It is very, very similar, but the control that Panthers got tonight is just. It doesn't matter who's on the pitch. I mean, you have a mixed bag of ages. Grades. So, I mean, you have a lot of sophomores that are making major decisions.
Yeah, this looks like a calf issue. Yeah, for him. Okay, hopefully it's just a cramp as opposed to anything else. But this looks like a calf issue. So 9:22 left. Yeah, 3-1. Upper St. Clair with just a dominating performance tonight. Plain and simple. I mean, this game could be 5-6-1. Quite frankly, all right, legitimately. Okay, not fluky, legitimately. Okay, but and hopefully three will be enough for the evening. And the game's been relatively clean. I mean, it's not been chippy. There's been a couple, there's been some hard tackles, but very clean tackles. But I haven't really noticed the game being chippy. It was a little chippy early on. Sibley was exchanging Christmas cards with somebody. Okay, but other than that, no, the game's been pretty well played, pretty clean
between players for sure. But I believe that with quality of the players rising, which clearly this is two great squads. Game will be aggressive, but it's not going to go beyond normal soccer-like tackles. So you can only hope for it.
I'm just going back to some of the games back in the years where players would go into the opposing benches. The coaches would be over them, giving them the business. Not to mention any names.
Are we saying that these two teams are eating too much kale lately, or what's going on here?
I'm saying there just used to be a heck of a lot more dislike for one another on the field than what I'm seeing tonight.
The thing is,
hey,
a lot of them are friends.
That's okay,
I mean, off the pitch, and they all know each other. It's just this sport brings great kids together.
It's funny.
I don't know. I'll blame it on kale.
Fair enough. Berlovic with a little flick into space here. That ball's going to stay in.
Beautiful. I mean, that's a ball control.
Yeah, and that's a foul right there. Yeah, that's a foul. That's a foul.
Owns this game.
Yeah, he chipped him from behind. That's a foul. But well done. So we'll see what we do here. I don't know if they'll put much pressure in the box. They've got to keep guys back. You got to keep guys back. So they're fine here. They got outnumbered 4-2.
Coach Snyder is trying to take game home at this point.
Right. That's right. You don't want to let in a cheap goal here, make it 3-2, and then you're scrambling for your life the last 7 minutes of the game. Sibley with the ball in. Keeper should be up. Oh, and that's in the back. Oh no, Shoemaker.
That was a beautiful chance.
Yep.
That's a great cross. Great run by Shoemaker, but
I tell you what, it was kind of a slower cross. Shoemaker was quicker getting the ball than the keeper was. Another half a step, that ball would be in the back of the net.
I can almost see Shoemaker limping, and that's not good.
Yeah, he's got a little hitch in his gait here. We'll see what happens. 7:56 left in the game. Still 3-1 Upper St. Clair.
Big difference in this game is having great control in back of our midfield. That's a major change today.
Yeah, it looks like a little ankle issue for Shoemaker, but he's going to walk it off here. Murphy set to put this ball back into play with 7:26 left. 3-1 Upper St. Clair. Ball scooted on. Berlovic holds it up. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Where look, if it's ball's played on his feet, he's going to control the ball, okay, and can start the offense there. Nice little layoff. Now we've got a lot of options here. Ball down on the flank.
Is that
It's
corner?
cut in. Oh, yep.
Back down, we'll get to that ball.
Communication, yep.
He'll get to that ball.
Keeps that ball
Beautiful
in.
work back down.
Still
And
pressuring him.
that's one of the sophomores on the squad. So go figure.
Yeah, he's probably a little upset when he saw that ball scooch by him. Berlick, again, use his body and just control it. I don't know why they called that
Why would they
foul.
call that foul?
Absolutely, that's a bad call.
That is what Ben is most dangerous.
Yep, I
Hitting
mean,
ball at 20 and
He
drilling.
turned him. Yeah, he turned the player. You know, a couple more steps and he could have ripped that. So anyhow, 6:26 left. 3-1 Upper St. Clair. Sibley
There's
over
another
the ball.
service.
About 37 yards from the goal. Again, St. Clair has the numbers back, protecting. Ball's going to go over top. He's offsides, unfortunately. Yeah. Just under 6 minutes left. Peters calling for a ball. Ball boys doing their job. Berlovic should get to this ball. Nice little head to
that's a great
Shoemaker.
flick to
Yeah, that's a
Shoemaker.
really good flick.
Oh, this could
Shoemaker's
go
going to
in.
beat him to the ball.
Oh, these two guys are combining pretty
Yeah,
well tonight.
that's nice. That's good combination play right there. You know, Ben knew right away what he was going to do. And Shoemaker was already on his horse. Throw in here on the near side, into Phillips' feet. St. Clair win. That's a
not
snipe.
good. That's not good.
Little hit in the head. They may, I'm not sure what the protocol is these days in high school soccer.
You raise your
When you
hand
take
and just
a
look at the player in the back and say
ball
he's fine.
right to the face.
I think he's going to get checked out. He should get checked out.
Yeah, you have to check him out. I mean, you got the refs. The refs got to tell him to step aside. I mean, you don't leave it to the player. Okay, the coach or the refs got to step up. I mean, you got to take him through.
We have Dylan Mira for Begdine on the field. We'll see what he does. Sibley will serve it. That's a great
Yep,
layover.
that's fine. That's
so
good layover. Another thing.
Mitch, see how much space
Well,
he's
we're going to
got?
see what we're going to do here. It's a heavy touch. Could he get around him and drift it back? There it is. Another goal. Yep. You
That's
saw
a
that one
beautiful-
coming.
that's
Again,
beautiful work.
again, and you know, hey,
That's a beautiful
give
work.
Ben credit. Okay, he controls the ball up top. He lays it out. He gets himself in position. We know what's going on. The ball's going down the flank. They're going to drag it across and home. 4-1
effort.
Upper St.
Four
Clair.
beautiful goals.
And 4 excellent
Excellent goals.
goals. I mean, look, from the training ground to the actual game situation was as clear as day. Anybody watching this to see tactically what they're trying to do today. And Upper St. Clair,
Well executed.
less than 5 minutes left in the game, 4-1, and a really well-deserved win this evening here. Still a little under 5 minutes to go, but at this point in time, hey, let's see if we can put another one in. Yeah,
Three
let's see
goals
if
in
we can
second
put another
half,
one in.
that kind of-
Absolutely.
Exactly what you were saying earlier. That as long here's another kick that I just don't get. Who's teaching them to do it?
That's
This
just
is
that's
beyond my
frustration.
mind.
Yeah,
I
that's
just don't get it.
that's frustration.
Yeah, but
You know, is what that is.
they shouldn't be frustrated.
Shoemaker's
I mean,
going to
it's
go
just-
through this right here. He's going to work try to bowl his way through. I'll be interested to see what they call here. Yeah, they're going to call that on Shuey coming through the
He's
through
hard
the
to
player.
contain. Shoemaker, his engine's always running.
Tough, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I
just,
mean,
the
you know.
kid never stops, and
You know, defenders know he's going to be there all game long.
intensity of high school games amaze me.
Yeah, let's just control this, guys. Control it. Let's just control it here. We don't have to push
Beautiful
too hard.
work by Connor. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a nice ball into Shoemaker. Real nice ball into
So we need
Shoemaker.
Ben to
Taking
follow
on Melagrain.
Yeah.
That'll be a goal kick. Yeah, that'll be a goal kick. Okay, so
We have youngsters coming on. Nick Tanner and Gordley
And
Devon's coming on
who
as
else
well.
came on?
We have Gordley, we have
Bote?
Nick, and Devon coming on.
Yeah, really good game for St. Clair. Ben with a couple goals tonight.
They and all 4 goals were well deserved,
Yep.
well planned. Started from the back. I mean, picture perfect.
Yep. It's a nice. Oh, that's a nice
it's a
little shake and bake
beautiful
turn.
by Tanner.
Yeah, that was a nice little turn. Just
looks
ran.
like
I just ran out of real estate, but I had him beat. I mean, had
Panthers
the
are enjoying
defender
it.
beat. Yeah, they are enjoying it. Yep. 3 minutes
That's what
left,
you want.
4-1, and
Here's JJ Cuddy coming on. Another young and tremendous player. Tremendous player. I watched him play
another sophomore.
quite a few times. You'll see. I mean,
Ball's going outside. A nice step up. That's going to be a foul. Yeah, that's a tough challenge. Yeah.
gonna be yellow. He's going to get off the
I
field
think
now.
Gordley's just a little too.
That kid is not looking good.
No, that's a bad foul.
Well, it was just a
It's out of control. Yeah, it's
collision,
just out of
but-
control. Yeah, that's all. So hopefully it's not
when you
too
see
bad there.
motionless kid on the ground. That's a,
Yeah, so that's Melogreen there. Got hit hard.
That's
So hopefully he'll get up here shortly. So good night for the Panthers. 4-1. Definitely a difference from the Dublin game, huh?
yeah, huge difference. I'm a little bit stunned watching the Peters player on the ground.
We're back, and looks like the Peters player, Anthony Melogreen, walked off the field under his own power. So, hopefully everything's okay for the young man. Okay,
So it's
nice
just
player, known him at Century for years, known the family for years. So,
Difficult collision.
yeah, hopefully everything's good. So, and I'll be back on the field next Peters game. Patuch with the ball, back in St. Clair.
Mitch Friday's playing with it a little bit. So right now we have a couple of younger guys on the field for St. Clair.
Yeah, about 2 minutes left in the game here. 4-1 Upper St. Clair. Argent with the ball at his feet here. There's a long ball up.
At this point, you want to finish up the game, and nobody gets hurt anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Close it up and get ready for Thursday. There's a game.
Where do the Panthers go next, my friend?
I think we play at home. Are we?
Play at home.
Are we?
Oh, it looks like you were at Bethel
We're
Park
at Bethel
September
Park.
6th.
I feel so confident when we play against Bethel Park that I call it home field.
It's at St. Clair East. So getting on about a minute left in the game. Still 4-1 Upper St. Clair.
That's going to be another good battle in a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm not sure, where Bethel's going to be, at this stage of the season. Oh, and there's a tough one. Phillips is in, and that ball finds its way into the net. And, 4-2, less than a minute left. Peters gets a goal, and, hey, thank goodness St. Clair was able to put 3 in, because we were talking about the game being
these
close.
are most dangerous.
Ball's just bouncing around like this. I'm leaning left. For some reason, the ball winds up going right, and before I know it, I'm picking the ball out of the back of the net. Okay, so, a lesson for St. Clair. Hey, a great win this evening. You earned it. You scored these goals. You could have had more, but, you got to play for 80 minutes, and when you have your chance to finish, you got to finish.
You have to finish, and
Yeah.
you have to contain your own net, and that's just how it works. When you watch these pro games, top level coaches will generally tell you 2-1 is probably the most difficult, or even 2-0.
Yep.
It's just ugly stage. It's a good stage, but it's not given. Makes you feel like
It's not
you
as
won
secure.
the game. But
Not as secure as you think it is. Not as secure as you
changes
think it
in
is.
no time, specifically if you have Peters Township on the other side, because these guys are
They're not going to quit.
they're not going
They
to
are-
quit.
they
and
are
they have
not gonna
quality.
quit.
You know that.
And they're able to find the ball in the back of the net. But so anyhow, 30 seconds left, 4-2. Just a fantastic win here for the Panthers. First section game out. It's good to win a section game. Okay.
Outstanding
And
start
it's
for the
always
season.
nice beating Peters.
Well, I think this would be it.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Murphy's just going to hang on
Murphy
to
is
this
just
and just
phenomenally confident tonight.
fantastic night by the Upper St. Clair Panthers, finishing their at the season right now 1-1 conference play, 1-0, and just a wonderful effort. Now, Mir, if they can continue playing like this, they're going to be playing into November because really just a very well played game.
I haven't seen them do as well of a job as they did tonight in a long time. As a matter of fact, it's hard to judge, but I can't tell that this Upper St. Clair varsity squad played as good of a game last year at all.
No.
The entire year.
It's a good start
This is
from here
very
for the
good,
first good start here for the
game.
first home opener. And my friend, I will see you at
Thank
the
you very
next
much.
game. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.